you, Robert. All right, I'm going to give you a brief presentation on how to make money in real time. My name is Arjen Schat, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Next Web. This is the new logo, by the way, we're going to introduce Thursday, so you have a sneak preview of it together with the new website. Last 2 years I've been working mainly on TwitterCounter.com, which is the largest Twitter statistics service out there. You must know this presentation contains explicit material. So, the real-time web and the social web together is made of Facebook, TwitterCounter, Foursquare, and a whole lot of other services, and Google+, but these are the biggest four. And let's see how they monetize their own platform. So Google does what Google does best and just show ads and make a lot of money with it. And with their Google Plus application, they also introduce location-based ads. And as of March, they even got a patent on location-based advertisement. Google does about the same. They have ads, but you can also enter user-generated ads and applications. Foursquare, on the other hand, has a lot broader experience and has a couple of key opportunities that allow them to generate some revenue within the context of their own app. So you have sponsored check-ins, some sponsored badges, and specialty nearby, which is a tab that you see once you check in on a certain location. And they did it with Pepsi, Zagat, Bravo TV, and Tasty Delight, and a couple of other services. So how did they implement it? Pepsi is all about good karma. Everybody knows their brand already, but they want to create a new experience about how people perceive their brand. And Foursquare is an innovative platform, and so it is a good moment for Pepsi to be out there and present themselves while you're checking. And they connected their brand through Foursquare with a charity. So on the, I don't know if you can see this correctly, on the stats page of the New York City, on the leaderboard, they present themselves, and if every time you check in, Pepsi will donate $4 to a good charity. Foursquare is also connected to Zagat. Zagat is one of the largest restaurant review sites. And if you check in on a Zagat location, then you can unlock the Zagat badge. And you can see the Zagat reviews in Foursquare itself. Bravo is a broadcasting station created by NBC. And all throughout their programs, they visit certain locations. And by checking in on one of the 500 locations, you get the Bravo badge and get interactive with the show. Tasty Delight, on the other hand, uses the places nearby feature. For instance, once you check in on a shopping area and there's a Tasty Delight in the neighborhood, you see the tag, you click on it, and Tasty Delight gives you a personalized advertisement about, for instance, a $1 off or an ice cream cone. And if you go there and show the badge or show your Foursquare app, you get a special discount. Twitter also finally has some revenue models in place. We've all been asking them for the past 2 years how they are going to make some money. And 2 weeks ago, at the Chirp conference, they announced 3 options to generate some revenue for them. So the first, promote tweets. They don't say an advertisement, but actually it is, we all know it. And the idea behind the promote a tweet is that you can pinpoint your tweet at the top of a relevant search result. And an example of a relevant search result might be the social strategy of KLM. where we all know about Volcano Ash Cloud, and I was stranded myself in San Francisco the past week. And I think on Tuesday, KLM announced that you could rebook your flight through Twitter itself. If they would have used the promoted tweets and you would search on KLM, then every time a search result was shown, KLM would be at the top of the search results. So instead of reposting there, you can rebook a flight through Twitter every time, and every time you can, they can just post it once, pay an amount, and everybody is up to date. I don't think they have touched upon the full Twitter stream access during during Chirp itself, but the idea behind it is that every company that is interested in all the tweets out there can get access to the full Firehose stream. And if I'm correct, it starts at about $1,000 a month. And also, this is an opportunity for them that I have touched upon briefly, is the business accounts. Business accounts allow you to post with multiple users on one channel, and on top of the business account, we create an extended API that is only available for authorized accounts. And Twitter created it in this way that an authorized account could give access to the third-party application, and the third-party application would get a kickback on the amount that is paid. So third-party monetization strategies on top of these platforms are, I think, more interesting to us as the internal strategies. Google Buzz just opened its API, and they're not mainstream yet. And as far as I could find, there are no third-party sites out there. So there's a huge opportunity to create Twitter-alike websites on top of Google Buzz and basically. The thing is, though, that they are pretty small at the moment, and I think the most popular user on Google Buzz has about 25,000 followers. Foursquare is still a small player, but they get a lot of attention and they have good traction with all the great partnerships out there, so they will probably grow in the next couple of years to at least 10 million active users. They offer a great check-in functionality that you can integrate in your app, and that's also where most of the applications have focused on right now. So about 10 or 20 different applications allow you to check in on the application service itself, but also on Foursquare. And later on, when they grow a bit more, their social graph might give some possibilities to broaden your own service and to make some money on it. So the most interesting sites out there at the moment are Facebook and Twitter. Facebook has over 500 million active users. Twitter announced that they had about 110 million registered accounts and over 180 million active users. And they, you see that because of their limited amount of features that they provide themselves, there are many third-party applications that provide all kinds of different services. They have a big enough user base to actually create your own business on top of. And again, through their small feature set they provide themselves, they have there's a wide variety of applications that you can build on top of it. But Facebook and Twitter are totally different, and they also provide a totally different market space. So Facebook is traditionally a pursuit-driven market. You have a close connected social graph because you have to be friends with each other